Okay, we're back in Advanced Wars 1+2. So in the original game, this would be decision point. If you can play the entire Green Earth campaign as Andy, that would unlock Drake for the final battle, and then you can unlock him to keep. If you do it all with Sami, that unlocks the Rivals mission at the end. That condition has changed in this game, just so you know. And that would unlock Eagle. And then if you wanted to keep Conbay, you'd have to have done the Sonya missions, and then don't do all of these committed. Well, you can do all of them with Max, or you can alternate all of them. Now, the difference is Max is a pre-deploy map. It's 4 stars because your units are stronger than his. It's kind of laughable, but I'll go over that when we get in there. For Andy, you get some bases, but no ports. Andy's actually a pretty good pick because you can hyper repair off his damage and then use your firepower boost to just punish him. And I think it's actually easier for you to get hyper repair than him to get his Tsunami, which is now Squall, that changed its name for one reason or another. But we're going to be going for the property mission with Sami here, called Captain Drake. Sami set sail to capture cities before Drake's troops can flood in. So if you notice, 18 cities, 5 factories, 3 ports. Mission 18, Captain Drake.
Blast it!
First gold combat, now Green Earth. We're just trying to pass through here. Why does everyone keep attacking us? I didn't even know our country's had any bad blood. I'm as puzzled as you are, Max. Regardless, you're facing CEO Drake now. This is going to be rough. Why? What do you know about him? I've heard that he's virtually unstoppable in naval combat. His armada is supposed to be a real powerhouse.
Oh yeah!
If he's that good, let me challenge him. I'm not afraid of anyone. That's Andy for you, Mr. Measure Once, Cut Twice. I think I'll lead this time, boys. So if you're not familiar with the expression, it's measure twice, cut once. Make sure you do something before you make sure your information is correct before you take action is the meaning of the saying. But it's a jab at Andy. We will need to secure bases as we move through this area, and that is definitely my forte. I think about 15 properties should be enough to secure a victory against Drake. You ready? So there's a cruiser and a battleship on this side. I think the cruiser's like right around here or something. Basically, if you want to troll him, I'll show you what you do. We need to grab you, and you. Yeah, that was the right spot. So we want to drop the lander here, the rocket here. We'll just get the rockets in the woods here, and then we can poke anything that pops out. You may want to try to plug this bottleneck, but he has a pair of artillery here that'll shred anything that tries that. So we kind of want to wait in ambush. Basically, if you're going to hit him, just make sure you can finish him off. That's my advice. Anyway, before I forget, forward pilot with a big heart. His naval units rule the seas, but he has trouble with air units. Rain seems to follow wherever he goes. Drake's naval units gain +1 movement range and 2 bonus terrain stars. His air units suffer 20% firepower penalty. Rain does not affect his unit's movement, has a small chance to make it rain in random weather. So I believe the rain brings on fog, but I'm not entirely sure. His hit is the sea, his miss is heights. His power used to be Tsunami, but now it's called Squall. It's effectively the same. So you deal 1 HP of damage across the map, gain a small bonus to firepower and defense, and you can see he has a 4-star meter. I don't know if I mentioned, but each one of those boxes is 10,000 coins, gold, whatever you want to call it. So you get 1-to-1 if you deal damage, and you get 2-to-1 if you take damage. So if you sink his battleship, I believe that's like instant power for him. As for his units here, this is what I was talking about with Max. So look at his sub and his cruisers. They don't actually get a firepower bonus. If he goes toe-to-toe with Max, Max will just smack him into the ground. Or he'll sink him. Because they're fighting on water, that is. So, yeah, the max matchup is one that Drake has trouble with. I'd argue he has trouble with Andy because you use your power to deal damage, then Andy hyper repairs it away, and yeah. It gets better in Advance Wars too, don't worry. Wasn't really a fan of Drake in 1, but
Now's the time.
I need to know if Orange Star is behind these black-hearted acts. Anchors away. So as I was saying, I didn't really use him too much in the first game, but you've seen, like, I have war room maps posted on the channel where I did use him in 2. So there's his cruiser. So we need to pull this back to get the next wave of units. Yeah, it seems like I'm missing something this early, but just we don't have that many units. So you want to park a lander right here. Oops, one. I'm looking to go here. So I can drop this guy here, and this one here. So that's first blood. Now the reason why I want to emphasize that is, you notice by sinking that, okay, so the cruiser is worth 20 or 18, I think. So it looks like it's actually a 1-to-1. They may have changed that to make it so that the guys don't get their powers as much as they used to. He has a sub somewhere around there, so I just want to walk a little carefully. But in case I didn't explain, this is a bottleneck. He can't get through here. So I'm going to have this guy come over here, drop his infantry, and then swap this one up there. Random rain, so you can see we lost visibility. As far as I know, this is an RNG effect. It's not guaranteed to happen. The Battleship. So our vision has been reduced to 1 on that, it's been reduced to 2 here. It's actually kind of cool I get to demonstrate this now that I think about it. I don't think it actually affects mobility like Olaf's snow in any way, shape, or form other than Olaf. So this is where we're probably going to give him his power. Because I'm looking to sink everything. I think we can actually ignore the sub right here. This one I will have strike no matter what. If I don't sink the battleship, he will shoot the cruiser. Although now it's a little on the harmless side, so let's finish this off. Small change of plan. And he's got power. Oh well, I guess we just brace for it. So vision is restored. He's not using it. He might be willing to use it at the end of his turn. Some COs do have that. It's a little on the weird side. Stop him from getting this is important, otherwise we're going to be dealing with more and more naval units. So I'm flying back to resupply. Anything I create is just going to get hammered immediately, so if I do create anything, it's just going to be a single infantry to go over here and start capping these.
Prepare to be washed away.
The voice isn't doing it for me.
Squall!
Like, Barbara Goodson, Andy's voice actress, like, she's the only somewhat decent one. And ironically, she doesn't even get that many lines or anything. I'm gonna pull this back further. This way, just hammer whatever's here. I should have paid attention to see what its defense rating was, though. There's the shoal. Or the reef, I mean. Yeah, not too much going on with these. I guess you could move here still, that would be a bottleneck because the cruiser can't go across beach, only the lander can. All the other naval units have to go through actual ocean, sea tiles. Although ports are an exception. Anything can cross through those. And I think positioning those strategically would be the key to making a good naval map. Because those would... I suppose I'm impressed, you're pretty strong after all. Those would be like the drawbridge, so to speak, where land units can pass over and naval units can pass underneath. So I don't know if there was anything else in there, and we will never know. Just so I don't have to deal with any infantry crap, I'll sink this. I'll smash this. Ultimately, I'm going to send the artillery up to deal with the cruiser, in case you're wondering. And no, Drake's power cannot destroy that tank. I believe he has a battleship here, so I should probably send the subs around to go deal with that. He can see me because the rain lifted. So I'll show you where that artillery is, because there's only one spot it can hit me in both of those tiles. And that spot is right here. Let's just do this then. I was about to say, sooner or later I am going to run out of ammo, so I'm going to need to park here while I pull these back for resupply. Let's grab an additional medium tank. Gonna need another APC though. Basically, since she pushed her artillery up to siege in this area, there's nothing to force my cruiser out. That's one that I'm a little worried about. Oh, she did have one tank back there, but you can see it's barely even ship damage. No power yet. Okay, we need one more city, so we can get ready to bum rush this. I should also mention, if you want to really drive them up a wall, what you do is you park a sunken, submerged sub, and they literally can't do anything. So we're going to use double time next turn. That's fine. Beach and road both... Oh, that was on planes, never mind. So I'd say beach and road don't offer any protections, but that wasn't on the beach.
I'm unbeatable. Double time.
We'll see if it goes anywhere. Let's put that there for healing. And this should be over in 2 turns, I think. Okay, that bought him 1 more turn. Battleship reaches out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So keep in mind it's going to be a hefty repair bill when he uses his power here.
Panic is for landlubbers. Squall!
So one thing I could have done better would have been to try to keep one of the landers on the right side to spot for the battleship that I just created, but not really necessary. And they're trying to block me in. So it won't be game over if I do that. That's more important than being a pest right now, since we're going for the win. Also, I can move this one since the cruiser isn't there anymore. This is winding down.
Yep.
I suppose I'm impressed. You're pretty strong after all. Don't tell me that was enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, I need to heal a little bit before I can do that. Now he can't do anything with that. And next property wins. He should get baited into attacking this, and then I can whack it with this. Poke it with this. That is really bad for him. Time to cut and run, mates. Better than being washed away. I'm a little curious how he can still see that infantry. Bleh. He shouldn't be able to see that.
Now it's my turn. double time.
In all seriousness, I should have probably achieved my power rating already. Nope, I won't make it. I was curious if I could have finished this off by using my power, but that answers that. So, nothing else to do.
A job well done.
You've beaten me. You're Green Earth CO?
Uh-huh.
That I am. I want to find some answers here, but I've netted as more questions. I'll be seeing you again, lad. Hey, wait. Wow, gone already. Sure is fast on the water. No kidding.
That storm should be against the rules.
Try to think of what you probably have to do like a sacrifice play in order to get that done in a reasonable speed requirement then, if that's how fast they're asking you for.
Hey there! Look who's here!
So that should be Drake's theme. But anyway, now we've completed that one, the other two will disappear until we are after the final battle, so I guess post-game. And we get a new set of branches here.
By Neptune's beard.
That was a rough battle. Come now, Drake. You're not losing your confidence, are you? We need to keep moving, or we'll be beaten again. Quit your jabber and look around, Eagle. Only fools sail into uncharted waters blindfolded. What are you talking about? That Orange Star CO named Andy did not attack Green Earth. But we saw. We saw what we were meant to see, and this goes beyond just the battles of Green Earth. This entire conflict has been orchestrated from the very beginning. But how is that? Quiet now. If I'm right, it's up to us to turn the tides on our mystery foe. The best way to test my theory is to battle Orange Star again.
What?
You're saying that wasn't Andy, but who? So, we'll see how the plot thickens in the next one. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.